goes up, down, upside down, takes her stomach drop, even makes me scream, but she just can't wait to go back. Roller coasters. Today I will discuss the history of roller coasters and how they work. But listen carefully, because at the end of my presentation, we'll be playing a fun-filled game testing your knowledge on what you've learned. Roller coasters can be traced back to the cold winters of the 15th century in Russia. Roller coasters weren't always cars on a roller coaster track, but sleds made of lumber and tree trunks on man-made ice-covered hills. The hill took several city blocks. To get to the top of the hill, we climbed 70 feet of stairs. Once we got to the top, we would climb into a sled filled with straw or fur. The trip back down lasted less than a minute, and the sled went up to 60 miles per hour. Roller coasters continued their development in Europe. In 1804, small wheels were added to the track, but there wasn't a large focus on safety, so there were plenty of injuries. In 1817, new inventions occurred, such as tracks and wheels that latch onto the track, and cables that lift the cars to the country and road. In the mid-1800s, upside-down loop tracks were first attempted in Paris. They were based on a popular children's toy that used centrifugal force to keep a small ball rolling on a loop track. America's first roller coaster appeared in 1884, just north of here. A popular trolley terminal is Coney Island in New York City. The owners built an amusement park at a trolley terminal to keep people occupied while they waited. Marcus Thompson built the first roller coaster ever in the United States. It was called the Gravity Pleasure Switchback Railway. It had the top speed of 6 miles per hour, and he built 24 more roller coasters after that. This is a picture of Marcus Thompson enjoying it. Right there. Coney Island popularized roller coasters in the United States. A lot of innovation occurred there. For example, Lena Beecher built the Switchback Railway in 1897. It had an upside-down loop. However, people got hurt because the G-forces, which we will discuss in a minute, were too high. To reduce the high G-forces of the upside-down loop, Edward Prescott built the 1901 Coaster Loop Coaster at Coney Island. It had an oval-shaped design instead of a circular shape. As you can see, this is oval-shaped design, and it's not circular. And it goes like this, and then this. And these are the two wheels, and there's the top. This oval-shaped design is shown tonight. An example of that is the Incredible Hulk at Islands of Adventure in Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. That's the Hulk in the cars, and then you can see the upside down loop is over. The most important person in roller coaster history is Mr. John A. Miller. He is often called the Thomas Edison of roller coasters. In the 1900s, he was granted over 100 patents on roller coaster devices. Most of his inventions, such as safety devices, are still used today. This is a picture of John A. Miller. The 1920s were great times for roller coasters. More than 1,500 of the world's most thrilling and greatest roller coasters ever were in operation. Drop the Disc, the first high-speed roller coaster in the United States, introduced safety measures such as blackouts. This is a picture of Drop the Disc. Another classic was the Cyclone at Crystal Beach in Ontario. had a 90%, and because of that, it must have always on duty during that radio. The first one is still standing in Coney Island, New York City today. There's also another coast called the Texas section. And then a little bit similar. You can see the bed. The Great Depression of the 1930s also brought bad times to roller coasters. Hundreds of roller coasters were torn down, and only few were rebuilt. Parks such as Riverview and Coney Island near Cincinnati were converted to level and diverse. Roller coasters started their comeback in the 1950s. One of the world's greatest amusement parks ever was built. Walt Disney opened Disneyland in Anaheim, California in July 1955. Disneyland's bobsled-style Matterhorn in 1959 was the first steel coaster. It had pipe-like tracks that made the ride smoother. In the 1960s, Ron Toomer built the first runaway mine ride and the first dog skiing ride. The success of Disneyland encouraged entrepreneurs to open theme parks of their own. This slide, Kings Island, and Busch Gardens were some of the first to be created. As more and more amusement parks were opened, less and less wooden coasters were built. Most of today's amusement parks only have steel coasters. The modern world of roller coasters is absolutely amazing. So much fun and technology is being done to roller coasters now to make them bigger and faster. One of the most recent roller coaster designs is Medusa at Six Flags Great Adventure. It is the first sit-down roller coaster ever in the world to have absolutely no floor. This is a picture of Medusa at the top of the first jump, and it's very high because I don't know if you can tell the trees are the top of the trees. Another view of Medusa with a little bit more is this, and this has quite a few things. This is a roller coaster with quite a few inversions. There's one here with an upside down roof. They're upside down here. They're tipped back around here. But then they get right back upside down then, right here. And the cars are right here, and they're about to begin their race. Other roller coaster innovations include the Wild Mouse, the inverted coaster, and the stand-up. There are nearly 1,344 roller coasters in the United States, 1,344 roller coasters in the world, 573 roller coasters in the United States, and nearly 34 in New Jersey. Some are nearly a mile long, and the fastest roller coaster in the world, in Japan, called the Downtown, goes 107 miles per hour. The car goes up here, and then it goes down this way through the tunnel, and begins the race. Our very own Six Flags Great Adventure has the 8th fastest in the world, Nitro, which goes 80 miles per hour. Millions of people ride roller coasters each year. They are so amazingly popular that there are even clubs that travel all around the world to ride them. One of the biggest clubs is American Coaster Enthusiasts, or ACE. They set me up staple newsletters which I will be passing around next. One of the most interesting things I've learned about roller coasters is how they work. I'd like to explain the basics to you now. On my chart, the red line represents a simple roller coaster with typical features. A big drop at the beginning, an upside down loop, and hills on several sides. Roller not have engines. So there are a lot of physics to work. You might want to refer to your glasses to understand it better. As roller coasters are slowed up the first drop, they're picking up more and more potential energy. When the roller coaster is left going, grounded takes it. It picks up speed and it also picks up kinetic energy. The reason why this first stop is the biggest and is at the beginning of the ride is because so that it can pick up enough kinetic energy and momentum so that it can complete most of the ride on its own. Another important force in roller coasters is centrifugal force, which is motion around the circle or curve. When a roller coaster goes through a loop, centrifugal force is pushing the car towards the center, while centrifugal is pushing the car towards outward. This keeps the riders secure in their cars. Centrifugal and centrifugal forces work together in a roller coaster ride. They are both equal. I'd like to demonstrate that for you now. Riders on a roller coaster going through a loop feel these forces and stay in their cars. These forces keep the water in the container when it goes upside down. As I mentioned before, one of the reasons why roller coasters are so thrilling is because the G force. The G stands for gravity that the riders feel during the ride. 1 G equals accelerating at 32 feet per second. Most roller coasters have several little bumps to help them finish the ride. Finally, there is friction. A roller coaster experiences 3 types of friction: rolling friction, the wheels on the roller coaster track, wind friction, and brakes at the end of the ride to separate. Before I go, I'd like to say a few words about roller coaster safety. Some people think that roller coasters are completely dangerous and refuse to go on them. But actually, roller coasters are much, much safer than you think. Surprisingly, roller coasters are one of the safest rides in the amusement park. Cases are just 1 in 250 million that you will be killed or injured from the roller coaster ride, making them safer than cars. Accidents are either the rider's fault or the operator of the coaster's carelessness. It's best to press the lap bars or shoulder straps to make sure they are secure. Like I said, it's not likely that you will get injured or killed from a roller coaster ride, but it is best to know the rules so that you can be safe. Well, I hope to get another roller coaster. See you later.
Well, that was much better, right? That was good.
I need like one mistake.
Where?
When I said there are 1,344 roller coasters in the United States, 573 in the United States.
Yeah, I don't know why you say there's about 1,344. But not about, that's pretty exact.
One time I saw that there were 5 sets of 1,000.
Yeah, but that's pretty exact is what I'm saying. About 1,344?
No, but I'm saying, one time I read that there were about 1,500.
Yeah, I know. Good. Okay.
My voice kind of like,
How are you going to take it?
my voice is boring. I try not to slow down.